be it. We've gone live. Hi everyone, I'm just going to set the music level and see if you can hear that. You could give me a thumbs up or whatever if that's okay, and if you can see me clearly enough. We've got a minute or so we'll just give people a chance to get into the ready positions. If you're here early, make sure you've got your towel and your water, something to kneel on. I'll go through that in a second more formally, but I'll make it 59, coming up towards the hour now, so let's just give everybody an honest chance in case they're finishing one thing and coming on specifically at this time. Yeah. So if you're here early and you are watching, everyone, it's a lovely day. Make sure you've got your doors open, windows open. Remember, there's no air conditioning at home. So let a breeze come through and make sure you've got water, towel for your knees, towel to mop your brow or whatever you feel like you would need. Well, they're still showing 11:59. So, well, this one's gone to 12. So I think we'll conclude that it's 12 o'clock. So, hi everyone, Ken here, Active Newcastle. Here we are, Thursday afternoon core session. It will be suitable for most people, but first off, make sure you're comfortable going to the floor, getting back up from the floor. And we're not going to be in lots of different positions, but you're comfortable being face down position, lie on the back position, that sort of thing. So make sure you're comfortable for that. Your best adaptation, and I will give adaptations, is to basically slow down when you need to, take a rest if you need to. So we do participate at our own discretion. So a few other considerations, I've already mentioned them if you've been here early. Make sure you've got some fresh air coming through. It's a lovely day, but deceptively warm. And I think we'll feel that by the end. I'll say a little bit more about that in a second. So rest between is your greatest sort of modification. So what I was meaning to say, we've got our usual format, 6 exercises, twice through, circuit form, 30 seconds duration. No rest as such. The transition is the rest. So that's when you get your deep breath. That's when you get your drink and so on. Today we're going to focus on some of the more basic movements. And if you've been following this through regularly, you should start to feel these a bit easier. That's not a bad thing. That means you're improving. If you're new, these will be kind of, how can I put it, Geordie style. This will be just up your street, I think, if you're looking for an introductory course session. So we're going to crack straight on. We will move through at a fairly quick pace. First exercise today, you'll be aware of the W position, so get there if you know what I'm talking about, and then we're going to do a slight variation, and here we go, team. So the W position refers to the shape of my body when I'm sitting on the floor. Oops, why have I lost the timer suddenly? And we're going to do the A, instead of the usual one, we're going to do an A-frame twist, so-called because the arms look like the letter A. Follow me through. This is the modification is the angle of the body. Bring it forward if you want to make it easier. 3, 2, 1, let's go, team. Up. There we go. Raise up the core, squeeze the core in. Raising up, remember, keeping that straight back, squeeze. It's not a fast movement. It's about getting it right and getting the body feel right. Up. Squeeze, we're nearly there. 20 seconds gone. Squeeze, breathing regularly, low abdominal, squeeze, keeping that line with your spine straight. Squeeze, fit one more in, everyone. Squeeze, back to neutral and relax. Big breath. Next one, it's the high plank saw. So you'll be aware of the high plank. It's essentially a press-up position. And the sawing action refers to moving back and forward. Basically, you move back and forward on the toes and the balls of the feet behind. It'll be more easier to see than do. 3, 2, 1. Oh, modifications. You're in the full, you're in the 45-degree knee, or you're in the box position, the 90-degree knee. So pick the variation of choice. 3, 2, 1, up into the high plank. Everything from the shoulder through the elbow to the wrist, straight line. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes to protect the back, saw the body. A little bit forward and backward motion. If that's too much, take the saw out and hold the position. If you need to drop down, do so. And then join back in. 20 seconds gone. Squeezing and back. So you should feel pretty stable now if you've been following this through the last few weeks. Core should be getting good now. Squeeze, hold for a second or two, static, and relax. Deep breath, towel if you need it, ready to go for the next one. these are ankle taps from the W position. So take the W position, lie to the flat back position. Now remember, when you do that, protect the lower back by bringing the shoulders up, dropping the chin to tennis ball distance. So from that position, everyone should be able to do this. It doesn't really need a variation. 3, 2, 1, hands at the side, reach and back and squeeze. Reach, re-squeeze those abs, squeeze, squeeze. So we're moving left and right, squeezing, moving the shoulders towards the ankle. You don't necessarily have to touch. It's about squeezing the core and back. Squeeze the core and back. Squeeze the core and back. Any problems with the neck, keep the chin a little bit more forward and back. Tennis ball distance is the ideal, or a fist distance here from chin and chest. Squeeze and back and relax. Big breath in, towel if you need it. We're moving on to the next one, which is a side plank hold. I'm going to do it 2 ways today, team. We're going to pick a side, and then when we do the second circuit, we're going to do the other side. So we're going to hold one side for a full 30 seconds. So, side plank. Ready, everyone? Remember the different foot positions? Sometimes you rest one foot on top of the other. Sometimes it can be resting, cross it over to the front. As long as you can keep that straight line from the shoulder to the hip all the way down. Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1, up. Holding. So don't let the hips sag. If you need a modification, come to your knee and hold up. So you'd be here. That would be a modification. Less pressure through. Open the chest and shoulder out. Full position. Keep going, everyone. Breathing. It's a good chance to see if you can keep the line of steel, keep the abdominal breathing, keep the glutes squeezed, keep the pelvis tucked under. 5 seconds, everyone. You might get a little wobble. Come down if you need to. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Deep breath. Get a drink if you need it. We will do the other side on the second circuit. Let's move to the low plank hip drop. Low plank position, and what we'll basically do is we touch the hips down towards the floor on each side. Let me show you. It's new. We haven't actually done it in this group. So, regular plank, shoulder to elbow in a straight line. 1, 2, hip down, back to plank, squeeze everything. Hip down, back to plank, squeeze everything. Modification, drop the hip towards that side and squeeze. You may not touch down when you're on your knees. Squeeze. Or don't do the twists, just hold the position. Easiest position, you can't really move the hips, so what you would do is tuck the hips under and squeeze the elbows towards the knees. And tighten the core and relax. Tighten the core and relax. It's a variation because you can't drop the hips when you're in that 90-degree position. Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Low plank. 1, squeeze. 2, squeeze the abs and the glutes. Squeeze, protect your lower back by squeezing those glutes. If you can keep tension on the glutes all the time, squeeze, then do so. Squeeze, squeeze, re-squeeze, squeeze. That's what makes them so tough, because you're squeezing those muscles. Last 5, squeeze, hold in the center. 3, 2, 1, and down. Excellent, deep breath. Towel if you need it. Nearly there for the first circuit, team. This is the downward dog, which we have been introduced to. It's a kind of a classic yoga position, you'll find it. Many different types of exercise use it. And we're going to do the knee drive. First time through, I'm going to separate it. Second circuit, we're going to do a dynamic. So what am I talking about? You'll be in the high press up position. That's your downward dog. Let the head relax. We're going to drive the knee through into a plank position. Bring it back. Start again. Modification would be from the 45 or from the 90, where you would raise up, drive the knee a little, or don't use the knee drive and just drop down. Lift up, squeeze everything and drop down. Pick the variation or the combination of elements that suit yourself best. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, team. Downward dog. Back to plank. Drive the knee, squeezing everything each time. Come back. Downward dog. Reclaim the high plank and squeeze. Drive the knee. Back. Downward dog. Fantastic stretch that. Back to plank, squeeze everything. Bring the knee, last 10 seconds. Downward dog. Re-squeeze plank, that's abs and glutes in particular. squeeze the knee and back. Fit one more in, team. 1, 2, squeeze, back and down. Excellent effort, everyone. Take a little breather in the sense that a few seconds, get a drink, use the towel if you need to. So now we're going to go through fairly smoothly. Same thing, you're halfway through. 3, 2, 1, W position. A-shaped. And squeeze. Up, A-frame twist, squeeze. Squeeze, make it harder by laying back a bit further. Squeeze, halfway. Make it easier by sitting up towards your knees a bit further. Squeeze. So this would be easier. Squeeze, squeeze. And this would be more difficult. Squeeze, but it's not about the best or the worst, it's about the one that's right. Squeeze, squeeze, relax. Towel, drink, ready for the next one. High plank saw, in other words, press up position or the modification of choice. Moving back and forward. 3, 2, get your positions if you guys are ready. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. So, squeeze everything. Keep it squeezed. That's the bum muscles, the glutes, the tummy muscles, the pelvis tucked, the lower abdominal breathing. Go, go, go. Forward and back. Forward and back. 20 seconds. With me, team, if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now slow. 1, 2. Hold. And down. Hope you enjoyed that little bit on the end there. I'm sure it went down well. Next one, ankle taps. Ready, everyone? W position. Come to the flat back position, lower back pushed into the mat. Shoulder slightly forward, tennis ball distance between chin and chest. So down. The action of bringing the body up pushes the lower back in, keeps it safe. Tennis ball distance here. Ready, team? 3, 2, 1. Each ankle, left and right. Might look backwards on the camera, but first ankle, second ankle. Breathing. Breathing, holding the abs. Holding the abs. Past halfway, squeeze. Remember, keep this distance, keep the space between the chin and the chest. Squeeze. Squeeze. Nearly there, team. 5 seconds. 1, 2. We've got one more repetition. 3, center, down and relax. Deep breath in, everyone. Pick the other side from which you did before for your side plank. So if you were on the right side, obviously do the left side. Ready, everyone? Remember, position of choice. Full position, modified position, or a half position. You can do them in different ways. I'm going to use the full position today. 3, 2, 1, up. Off we go. You can put your hand on your hip. You can use your hand to open the chest. You can keep it here as a safety, just in case you felt as if you needed to touch down. Otherwise, open that chest. Don't let the waist, the hips sag towards the floor. 10 seconds, breathing. This is a great one to practice your breathing because you don't have to do any movement, so you can concentrate on, are you squeezing the glutes? Are you squeezing the abs? Are you breathing correctly? Can't see for the sunshine bouncing off the phone, but I think that's yes, and relax. Excellent, team. We're going to do the low plank hip drops. That's from the low plank. We'll touch down, hip, side to side, on one side, then the other. Don't know why the music keeps pausing today. It keeps doing what it wants. Sorry about that, folks, but it's not taken away from our hard work anyway. 3, 2, 1, low plank. Squeeze in, hip. Squeeze the glutes, hip. Squeeze, glutes and abs. Squeeze. Squeeze. Reclaim and re-squeeze. A little squeeze in. So keep a little bit of tension all the way through. Come back. Give it another little squeeze, another kick. Squeeze. That's 5. Squeeze. We're nearly there, team. Good job if you're still with all this. It's warm today. And relax and down. And breathe. Okay, everyone. One more today and then we're done. So I hope you've been able to stay with most of it. Or you're dropping out and then coming back in again. That would be great. Here we go. Reminder, downward dog to knee drive. Now, use the modification, but I'm going to use the dynamic version, which means it just flows without stopping necessarily at each stage. But all the key points are still included. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Long plank, high plank, downward dog, drive. Downward dog. We're in the plank there for a split second, but drive. Downward dog. When I say drive, glutes and abs, squeeze. Up, halfway, nearly there, team. Good job if you're with it. Squeeze. Up. Squeeze. 5 seconds. Up. Squeeze. Into the plank. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, and down. Well done, team. Whew. Excellent. I hope that was useful and practical and you're getting there. For those regular people, you might think, well, I'm doing okay now. Yeah, they're the tester ones, but we would test the basic postures and the basic strengths that you'll be developing. For those of you who are new, keep at it and it'll pay dividends, I promise you. So just before I go, if you did enjoy the video, maybe give a thumbs up, leave a comment, negative if you want, leave some suggestions, that would be great. And if you're watching on YouTube, then hit the subscribe and turn on the notifications so you won't miss anything that Active Newcastle is actually promoting. And we've got a lot of stuff on there. Everything from education, as I say, through physical training, mental health tips. Now, just before I go today, a little bit longer, a little bit wordy, it's August, and August is Family Week. Basically, think of families, kids and adults. So, Active Newcastle's got some special things in mind. And I'd like to mention first, well, we've already been doing some things, but we've got Noel's quiz tomorrow. So Noel spent a lot of time on this, and he's our quiz master here at Active Newcastle, and he's devised the one that's, how can I put this, family friendly. So kids might know the answers more than the adults, so it'd be a great thing to join in for that. That's the next thing online that's a little bit different. It's a really popular quiz to begin with. So it's 12:30 on a Friday following Noel's circuit on the Friday morning, which is at 10 o'clock. Look out for more stuff posted next week. For the full month, we'll be doing different things, inviting different guests in. There's going to be dance stuff, fitness stuff, all kinds of stuff. I don't know myself yet because it's still unfolding. So I'm kind of excited to see that as well. So that's it for today, team. I'll stay on a few more seconds or so. Hope you enjoyed it. Please come back next week. I hope I hope that was useful for everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. I will reply to your comments later. Have to go now. Thank you.